So I'm sitting on a ferry boat about to go from Mukilteo to Clinton, Washington. Clinton is, Mukilteo is near Everett, Washington. It's northwest Washington. Clinton is about a 20-minute ferry boat ride to Whidbey Island. Coming into Whidbey Island. As you can see, there's some beautiful homes here. Lots of military, a lot of Navy. So we're coming into one of the small towns here. You can see the Limping Mountains way back there. So this little old house, I mean, that thing is well over 100 years old, I'm sure, when it was first built. A little tree for shade. Obviously not used. Incredible. I just love that. As you can see, the Olympic Mountains, maybe you can see them behind there. But there's ocean over there, the Puget Sound. There's lots and lots of greenery, a lot of trees on Whidbey Island, of all kinds. And then you have vast areas of grazing land, horses. It isn't inexpensive to live here, by the way. It's not. Some areas are pretty pricey. Other areas aren't so bad. Around the Navy base there is not so bad as far as pricing. You can find some good buys for sure around the Navy base. There's a little town called Freeland. Big Chinese restaurant there. Always wanted to eat there. But such a drive home, I just don't take the time to stop and eat. I'm sure I suspect it's really good. What a lot of people don't realize throughout the world is that Seattle, Washington, I call it the city within a forest. So all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia, which is only a couple of hours away from here by car, all the way to Portland, Oregon, which is about 5 hours away from where I'm at on this island. It's all pretty much this. for the most part, it is cedar trees everywhere. It's a forest. And the traffic all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia to Portland, Oregon on I-5, Interstate 5 is like non-stop, 24 hours a day. It is non-stop freeway traffic, and it is quite heavy in many areas. Not just Seattle, not just Portland. It's like a flowing river of cars non-stop, and it's a lot of them. It's not light traffic. So it's really interesting how things have changed over the years. From when I first arrived here, I came to Seattle in 1976, and the year is 2020. And Seattle used to be, you could drive down the freeway and not see a whole lot of cars around you in the daytime and midday. Dramatically changed. So many people came up here to work from all over the country. Microsoft has, what, 80 to 100,000 employees just in this region alone. Boeing has been here forever. So you've got a lot of industry, high-tech industry. A lot of Whole Foods is here. I mean, Whole Foods, Nature's Path, I should say. Its headquarters is here, and they're organic facilities that ships out worldwide. Sahali Snacks is located here, ships out worldwide to Costco and a lot of different vendors. Costco was founded here. Its founder lives in Seattle. It's just non-stop. There's so much industry, it's unbelievable. That's the airstrip. This is the Coupeville airstrip, part of Naval Station Whidbey Island. Now we're coming into the town of Coupeville. Probably one of my favorite spots in this area. Beautiful Olympic Mountains back there. Coupeville is such a nice little town, and it's very small. Mostly, they do have a hospital here. Mostly grazing land, farmhouses, things like that. The waterfront here is very nice. They have a nice town that people come and visit, kind of a tourist type of town. This is one of my favorite spots right here. You've got a nice view of the mountains back there. Puget Sound is right over there. The Puget Sound is a huge body of water. It goes all the way up to British Columbia and way down to south of Seattle, south of Tacoma, Washington. Mountains surround it as well. On not only the Olympic Mountains, you have the Cascade Mountains on the other side, and then you have Mount Baker, which is an active volcano. You can see the steam coming out of it sometimes. We have a volcano chain, Mount Baker, Mount Adams, Mount Rainier, and Mount St. Helens, all within the same volcano chain of the Cascade Mountain Range. And Mount St. Helens is active. The cone grows every day. I think it's about a foot. And Mount Baker is active with steam coming out quite often. I think they consider them all active in the sense that they could begin showing all kinds of activity anytime. Everywhere you go around Mount Rainier, you've got evacuation routes in case of a volcano. So they've prepared really well for it in Washington State. I think because of the huge event in 1980, May of 1980, with Mount St. Helens. Ash was covered eastern Washington for years. Ash was, you could see ash in eastern Washington for years and years to come. Coming into Oak Harbor. And this is the nice little view we get of the Puget Sound from the town of Oak Harbor. Navy base is right over there. A portion of it is called the Seaplane Base. We have a nice park here, and underneath this park is now the city sewage system, and so you'd never know it, but they built a whole new park, or added to the park and extended it, and beneath it there's a multi-million-dollar building for the water treatment center here. But yeah, this is the Puget Sound, and surrounding the town of Oak Harbor. Cascade Mountains back there, way back there. So it's a beautiful place. I love it. I love this portion of the town. It's very nice.